the mountain we're gonna pass that's called Sockertoppen.
Yeah.
That's cute.
Yeah, super cute. We can see it from here.
How can you translate that name in English?
Sugar
Candy
rush.
cane.
Candy cane.
The final preparations. Tomorrow morning I'm heading up to Kiruna and after that to Nikkaluokta, and that's where we will start the journey towards Abisko. This is my gear that I have prepared. Also, one thing is missing here, and or actually two things. It's the tent and the stove. But that I will pick up later. I will be sharing that with Jenny, my trekking friend.
I was so excited when Sophia asked me to come with her on this little adventure. But I didn't need to know much more. I said yes immediately. Is she there? Is she there? Is she there? And then finally the train stopped and she was just there, and it was such a nice feeling. But actually it felt like it was yesterday. Gonna do a classic hike here in the northern Sweden. It's from Nikkaluokta to Abisko. It's about 110 kilometers. And I've done it several times, but even so, I think every time is special and different because the weather is always different and the nature is definitely always different. And for Jenny, Jenny's been up in the area several times, but she's never done this trek before. So it's also a little bit special for me to be able to bring her out on this hike. Funny thing when we meet is it's like yesterday. Nothing changes, so it was really nice, really good to see her again.
How cool is that?
Yeah, super.
Yeah, I've been here before, but not during summertime. I've been here wintertime skiing, and the landscape it's totally different. But it's beautiful and dramatic in another kind of way. But I was really happy, or I'm happy to be here now to see it during this time of year as well. It's something else, but it's beautiful.
Oh well, enjoy. Cheers. So now we reach Kebnekaise station.
Yeah.
This is 18 kilometers.
Yep.
Kebnekaise.
Yes. Yeah, the highest mountain in Sweden.
Yep.
Also, Jenny and we got to know each other at university actually. I would like to say it's quite recently, but it's quite a few years ago. We really got to know each other, I think it was in the first term. She broke up with her boyfriend and she came to stay with me in my tiny one-room apartment. So after that we know each other really well. Mm-hmm. But for the past years we've been living in different cities, so we haven't seen each other that much. It's been quite a few years since we actually saw each other. I think maybe it's 5 years ago. But we've been talking a lot about doing something together, and preferably doing a trek together because we both love the nature and spending time outdoors.
Lägre än det här. Så liksom ta sats och dyka in. Så låg man där. Sluta rör dig. Sluta rör dig.
so spectacular. And here we have Jenny as well. Hi Jenny.
Hi.
How are you today?
Enjoying the view.
Yeah, spectacular. But now it's absolutely amazing. I mean, the sun is shining. The colors are so nice. Now in Singi. It's quite hot. Oh, lovely.
Today it's been really warm.
Yeah.
So we think that before we hit the tent,
Yeah.
we need to
Go first.
freshen up a bit.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the plan. And late supper
Yeah.
by the tent.
The mountains are so dramatic, like really steep, and you walk in this valley and you feel really small, but at the same time you're like in this safe place somehow. Like, it's hard to explain, but it looks like nothing else. And that's what I like with the Swedish mountains as well, because it's so anyone can go, really. You don't have to, of course you have to be prepared for things and maybe do some reading before if you've never been, but you can take the train and then you can just start walking basically. So I would like for everyone to experience that at some point.
Is this the stairway to heaven? You think? Yeah. Yeah. I don't want to know what the other side is when we're going down. Down to, I don't know.
Yeah,
And we also have oh, look at the reindeer, Jenny. But look at the landscape. Yeah. It's so amazing. It's like it's one valley on that side and one on that side. It's just a mountain in between, but it's totally different.
yeah.
It's so nice and green on that side.
Yeah.
But here is like,
It's a total different, like flora, all
Yeah.
the flowers. That's
yeah,
down there.
it's like
It's
landing
just-
on. Okay, so we just passed the highest point, and now we are going downwards. It's a reindeer ahead of us, showing us the way. To achieve this trek from Nikkaluokta to Abisko, it's just, I mean, it's just incredible. It actually brings tears to my eyes. Yeah, right there. We have Allesjaure, and I think we have decided to make camp there tonight, right? Yeah,
We decided.
yeah.
It's within reach.
Within reach. Yeah, I mean, we are in the mountains, so we are extremely exposed to whatever weather is ahead of us, and it's sometimes a little bit difficult to remember to protect from all the weather,
Yeah.
from the wind, from the sun. But we have been trying really hard to drink a lot of water, take breaks and refuel. So I think we're both feeling strong.
Yeah.
Amazing.
First. Oh, there actually the mountain we're gonna pass that's called Sockertoppen.
Yeah,
That's cute.
yeah, super cute. We can see it from here.
How can you translate that name in English?
Sugar.
Sugar
Candy
rush.
cane.
Candy cane.
Nej, det var dåligt.
Morning. It's been raining.
What does it look like outside?
It looks cloudy, a bit like morning fog. That's me.
We had your alarm going off at night several times.
I know. I had to eat chocolate
In the middle of the night.
in the middle of the night. I was like, well, hiking takes a lot of energy.
Yeah, it
My
does.
blood sugar just like went.
Is it tricky handling your diabetes with this type of activity, or is it?
I never been thinking in that way that I can't do this because of type 1 diabetes.
Yeah.
So
But I think it's a good point to have that, you know, a trek like this, it's quite, I mean, for us it's been mostly joy the whole way, but I think one part of the trek being so, you know, so good is that we actually make these stops. We make the stops, we take some nuts and chocolates and
take care of our feet.
take care of the feet. That actually makes it much easier. And I think the most difficult time to take those breaks is when you're feeling good, because you don't think you need it. But probably that's when you need it the most.
Yeah, before you start.
Yeah.
I want coffee.
Oh, let's do coffee.
Like the first day, you're very much into your own things. You think a lot about what gear you have and what you didn't bring, but then
Did I bring everything I needed?
exactly. But then after 2 days, 3 days, then you start to hear differently. You start to see differently, and that's when you really start to notice the beauty around, the nature, the animals, and I think that's when it starts to get really interesting.
And we have been walking alongside the Alesjara lake towards Keron, and that's the destination for tonight. Now we are here, I would say. Yeah. Feeling good.
Feeling awesome.
Awesome. And what's happening now is that we are actually, you can see on the side here, we are moving below the tree line. So for the past days we have been trekking above the tree line. I'll show you what it looks like here. It's very cool.
I started with just day hikes, maybe for just 2 hours. You learn how to take care of yourself, you learn how to take care of your gear, you learn what you like to wear, what you don't like to wear, and then you just add a little bit more. You set your goals a little higher each time, still, you know, keeping it on a level that you feel comfortable, because I think that's the single most important part, to stay safe out in the wilderness by yourself, to get that knowledge to feel safe. But I really do think you should, you know, learn to love your your gear and get to know it in a way that you feel comfortable. In the first the first solo trek that I did, I had been, looking at all my gear and I thought, okay, I'm ready for this. But then I went out with a stove and, there's a fast lighter on the stove. That one broke, so it never worked. It worked for the first time, but not any
time.
Yeah. So then I didn't have any matches and I didn't have any other lighter with me. So that basic mistake. But I'll never do it again. So you have to learn from your own mistakes. Sometimes people confuse trekking with, you have to be like a fast runner or you have to have the physique of a fast runner, but that's really not what it's about. It's just
It's doing something in your own pace as well.
Exactly.
Like you decide how fast and how far you want to go.
I mean, when you are out here in the nature, you are not the one in charge. The weather is in charge.
Yes.
The surrounding, the season, the weather, the animals. You have to take that into consideration, and you have to adapt whatever you do to that.
How do you feel about that being the last night? If it's gone so quickly.
I know, it has.
But it's been so much fun. I could easily stay out a couple or more days.
Yeah. A journey like this, even though I've done it several times, it's always changing me every time I do it, because you do experience different things, and the nature is of course always different. But one thing that is also, bringing a lot of thoughts into my mind is that, one basic fundamental thing with hiking, trekking long distances is that you carry the weight that you use along the trail, and it's quite amazing how. And I like the thought of what I can carry is what I can use. I think that's a good feeling and a good thought. Some people have physical obstacles, some other people have mental obstacles, but to be out here in nature, everyone is just equal. There is no difference between anyone in the nature, because the nature decides what's going to happen and you just have to adapt. And I think for me that was also a wake-up call. So yeah, that has been on my mind during this trek. Sorry. It's just a tiny thing to do, but if I can just awaken the interest for one single person, that would be great. So I will definitely continue to bring at least one friend every year into the mountains